D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I just finished Star Trek Discovery, episode 11, and I have thoughts. Okay, you guys. And I just want to say, before I get started on a bunch of this, okay, the first thing I need to say is if you hear some loud banging, that is my neighbor building something, probably something stupid. And then also, if you hear my son playing, he's being wild today. He's a wild child. I don't know. He shot out of a cannon this morning and he cranked it to 11. So I apologize in advance for that nonsense. But, 4-year-olds, they do that. What they do. Now let's get back to Star Trek Discovery. Okay, this episode was not good. Okay, you guys. In fact, it was bad because it was boring and we learned practically nothing. And the problem with this show is that it is, and I've said it before, and I'm going to reiterate it here, and I'm probably going to reiterate it forever. This show is not a science fiction allegory adventure show. Not anymore, at least. This show is about people and their feelings and getting over their hurt feelings and trauma. And that's all it's about. That's all it's about. And it's really boring. Especially when these characters tell you their trauma during high stakes moments when that's not the time to be telling me your backstory. Okay. I don't care about your backstory. And it's just really obnoxious and annoying. And I personally just wish they would stop doing this all the time because it's getting to the point now where it become a meme almost. And I've had enough. The show really it was the DMA, and I was like, oh, the DMA is going to be a big nothing burger. And it ended up being a big nothing burger. It's mining equipment. Okay, fine, whatever. And then we've got this NC-17 species that we're supposed to care about them, but I don't care. I don't care what the result is. Not going to be good. The NC-17 race is not going to be anything great. It's not going to be good. It's going to be really boring and such a it's going to be it's just going to fizzle out, and it's not good. And everything. And I don't know. Star Trek used to be, it used to have, a sense of, it used to be, have a sense of maturity to it. And this show doesn't have a maturity to it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know, man. I'm trying hard. I got to watch Picard after this, and I'm trying hard to like it, but I don't know what to do anymore. Like I literally just sit there and I'm just watching it like, okay, who's going to tell me about their feelings now? Which one of you is all traumatized now? What happened? What happened to your sister-in-law, baby cousin Tracy? Back in the day. What happened to her that you still can't get over? What did she stub her toe and now you're still traumatized over it? Which one of you insecure assholes this week is going to tell me your problems? And so. Wait, time out. Which one of you, while we're trying to deactivate a bomb, is going to tell me about your sister-in-law, baby cousin Tracy, who stubbed her toe and the trauma you feel over that? When is that going to happen? When are you going to tell me? Which character this week is going to do it? Because I've had enough. I've literally I'm so over this season. I don't know this. I don't know if the show can come back. But they want more crying, less logic. And I'm all like, okay, because this is working out. It's so, gosh. All right. Well, I'm going to stop yapping. Let me just do my business of that. If you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we always get shoved to the back of the line. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So why don't we go ahead and get started on this breakdown. And so it starts off with captains. I just want to say also real quick, I did not take notes on this. I'm not going to take notes on it. If this show is going to do minimal effort on their writing, I'm going to do minimal effort on my breakdown of it because one of you was like, your audience will appreciate it, but I'm sorry, I'm not going to take time to sit here and write down every single word that Burnham says and write down every single line and the important parts when this show is not going to put in effort. Like, this is minimal effort on their part, minimal effort, and it's obnoxious and disrespectful to the audience. All right, now back to the breakdown. So it starts off with a captain's report, and they're talking about this little space right here. I don't know what it's called. I don't care. And they're trying to figure out how they're going to communicate with NC-17. I know that's not their names, but that's what I'm calling them because I don't care. But they found a planet that was destroyed by, from what they can tell, meteorites or some crap. And then there's a sun that's surrounded by some rings that's made of the same material as the DMA. So they're going to go to this planet and they're going to go down to the surface and try to figure stuff out because she's a anthropologist. Is that the study of cultures? I don't remember. I don't know. I don't care. That's how much this show has like sucked I think last episode really just broke me, and this one now they're just sucking the soul out of me because I have to finish it now. And I don't know, man. And Picard, I'm not looking forward to that. Anyways, okay, so they're getting their team together, and he says goodbye to his husband. Cool. What's their face is Tall is all like go good flying, and she's like, I'll do that. I'm all like, what are you doing? Okay. And then later on she comes up and she's her whole scene there was a complete waste of time, and this, I don't know what's going on with this, like this just popped up out of nowhere. So this is the team going down to the planet and yeah, so they get in the shuttle. So these two knuckleheads are talking about how they're going to get into that little space bubble, so they can get that power source because Tarka needs to get to his. I don't know. One of you had said that it was that you felt that him and the alien was a relationship. That might have been. I got this kind of like fatherly thing going on, but I could be wrong about that too. I don't know, man. Like we could I feel like you could argue anything with this show. For all I know, he was thinking about eating him because this show sucks. Anyways, so they've decided that they're going to hold on, let me see if it's right here because they're going to sneak on board and they're going to put this little thing on there to where they can attach themselves to the hull, Millennium Falcon style, and it's going to take them through the bubble. But they can't do that because Zora will detect them because she's so smart. Or something or other. So they're going to teleport onto the ship and attach a thing that will disrupt it, and so nobody will be able to see that they're there. So on the ship, they get ready to go, and the president's all like, hey, this is very important, yada, yada, yada. We need to find all we can. She's like, I'll find something. The president of Navarre is all like, you guys, please do a good job. All depends on it. And then the one dude who's I'm not showing, look at this Ferengi. What is that little ascot thing that he's wearing? And who is that? I don't remember him. Anyways, he's like, yeah, don't screw it up. And everybody like looks at him, and then the representative, I don't remember this general's name or whatever, she's like, I have to speak up. She's like, I don't trust you to go. Why should we be wasting time to go to this planet when we could just go to NC-17 now and try to communicate now and everything? And then Michael Burnham's all like, I will find something down there. I promise. And you know what? Burnham's always making promises that she can't, there's nothing that guarantees that you can keep that promise, although she will because, reasons, and the script says so. And Burnham is, I hate to use the term space Jesus, but she pretty much is. She's a Mary Sue. Like, I swear to Jesus, to the space Jesus, that she needs to. Can somebody else figure crap out every now and then? I mean, is it possible? I'm sorry, but nobody's this brilliant. Nobody. And she's really starting to get on my nerves. I've already decided I don't like Michael Burnham. So anything she does, she breathes weird, and I don't like it. Because she's just straight up an asshole. Anyway, so yeah, she voices her concerns, but nobody cares. And I don't care either. I give 0 Fs. So they get on the ship. look at her crossing her hands. She's got good reason. I mean, but she should have faith in Michael. Michael's saved the universe like 5 times now. So Michael's gonna save the universe again. Watch and see. Look at this big ass cup my wife bought, man. Anyways, okay. So they're in the shuttle, they're going down to the thing, and they're looking at stuff, and there's structures, but they're all been toppled and stuff, but there's one still up and running. They're like, did they reinforce it and everything? And so they head down there, and this structure looks, not that great. But anyways, and so they're everything's okay, but they don't detect any life forms, not even themselves. And so you see, and then there's these little pockets of this blue, black, dusty stuff right there. Watch out for that. As soon as I saw that, I was like, don't get near that and everything. But of course, Saru steps in it. And as soon as he does, he's like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? And they're like, do you see hallucinations? Although he saw one hallucination. And then the rest of them are like, I see hallucinations too. And it's just like, they just wiggle the camera around. They're like, oh, hallucinations and everything. You're all like, what? What's going on here? Cheap. Anyways. So it's like, I'm fine. So they see these big bones, and I'm like, is NC-17 this race like huge giant creatures or whatever? That's gonna be no fun. But at least they'll put some effort into the alien aspect of the show instead of just having everybody be a human. So then these two are getting ready. He builds the little thing. They're getting ready to go on board. They get there, and then they transport on board. I don't remember what they say. I really don't care. It's really not. It's literally useless to you right now of knowing what happens. Back on the planet, Saru's still going crazy. Everybody else is fine. And she's like, "Are you okay?" But I think she touches him there. She's not touching him necessarily there, but maybe she did. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. Anyways, and he's like, "I'm gonna be okay." Gosh, I should go back and see if she touched him. I don't have time for that nonsense. It doesn't even matter. So then this doctor guy from before is playing solitaire. No, not solitaire. What am I thinking? A crossword puzzle. And the president comes up and she's all like, your bedside manner sucks. You can't just say whatever comes to the top of your head. You need to put it more delicately. And I'm all like, no, he doesn't. I like people that put stuff straightforward. Just tell me what's going down right now and let's get it out of the way. And you don't have to sugarcoat it for me sometimes. Just tell me so we can get it out of the way and get it done. And him saying don't screw it up was not a bad thing. I mean, at least he didn't pop in information at a high emotional time when you're stressing out because you're trying to save your ship, and then somebody's all like, hey, our planet's going to explode, or hey, my childhood friend died in my arms. And you're like, okay, thanks for sharing, Karen. But we're about to die. Anyways, so she's like, you could put things a little nicer. And then she puts obligation on there. I'm like, get out of here with that nonsense. So then these two are climbing through the thing and they tap into the cameras on the ship. And I'm all like, preverts. And they're listening to these two's conversation. And I'm like, privacy much? And she this general lady or whatever she is, colonel, I don't know, she voices her concern and everything, and she's like, I still don't know, there's too much at stake to just be willy-nilly around on a planet for the possibility of figuring something out. And then he's all like, we need to get her on our side, kind of thing. So then back on the planet, they go into this structure which looks awful. And they're going through stuff. He's still seeing stuff and having some crazy emotions. And then Colder, he touches him, the doctor. He touches him and he starts seeing, oh no, and everything. So these two are going through, and he's all like, we need to create a distraction. And he's all like, we need to get that general lady on our side. So they're like, break. So they go do their own thing. Because he's like, I don't know if that's going to work. And he's like, listen, she's already questioning. We'll do it and everything. She'll help us. So then back on the planet, they're still trying to figure stuff out and everything. And Burnham, she touches the little dusty stuff and she starts seeing stuff and hearing voices and everything. And the only one that's not affected is Whitmer. Where's the picture of her? There she is. She's like, oh, bug-eyed. And so they're all like, they're all like, yeah, and everything. So they're trying to figure out what's going on. They're like, 5 minutes, we need to backtrack what's happening. Whitmer, you stay away from us because we don't know what's going on and it could affect you too. And anybody could have told you it's going to be the dusty stuff. Okay. So then back on the ship, he taps into the cameras again, Creeper, and Tig Notaro. I just want to say right now, I love Tig Notaro as a comedian. I find her comedy very funny. She's got a special that she's very funny. I find her type of comedy very amusing. So she's sitting here talking to Tal. Now, this, even though I love Tig Notaro, this scene was a big waste of time and space. And this actress, Blue Del, hold on, I wrote it down. Give me 2 seconds. I do have it down because I do have these actors and stuff. Blue Del Barno, I think Barrio. Sorry, I don't know why I said Barno. Barrio. She is. They are not a good actor, and this scene made no sense. It's like they just threw this scene in there so that this actor could have a place on this show and everything. So Tal is sitting here talking to Tig Notaro. I'm going to call her Tig Notaro because I don't remember. I didn't write down Tig Notaro's character's name. And plus, it's Tig Notaro. I love Tig Notaro. Anyway. And okay, so Tal is all like, I was just thinking about Whitmer, and she's like, oh, you getting a little freaky deaky when Gray's not here, huh? And she's like, no, it's not like that. And I'm like, it's definitely like that for sure. Watch, she's gonna like fall in love with Whitmer or Detmer and everything. But she's like, no, she's so confident, and I wish I could be her. I wish I could be confident. I wish I didn't every time we go on a mission think that I was gonna screw it up. And how do I become strong, independent person? And then Tig Notaro's all like, yeah, we all feel that way. We're all like, hey, I'm going to screw this up. And I'm like, why are we here right now for this? I don't care. I'm like, oh my gosh, would somebody space Tal, space him, them, space them. I don't want them around anymore. They don't bring any substance to this show. And the substance they do bring, which is nothing, is pure shit. Oh, so obnoxious. And they're a bad actor. They're so bad. I've said it before. I'll say it again. They pay them in Target gift cards. I'll bet you Target gift cards on that. And then Tig Notaro's like, why don't you just talk to her? But don't start the conversation with I want to be you. Started off with I want to wear your skin. Anyways, so this guy's all like, she replicates, Tig Notaro replicates some Klingon drink. That's like a Klingon drink because she mentioned Klingon warriors, and she's like, oh, they didn't get Klingon warriors, whatever. Anyways, so back on the planet, I'm gonna fast forward to this stuff. Okay, so she's all like, wait, I'm gonna turn off my, because they filter out, they find out that the dust, it sets out different emotions, but she's all like this. They find out that they're in a nursery, like these are all babies in here, and that's why the structure was reinforced to protect the babies from death of the thing, because planet wise it would be impossible to evacuate the entire planet in time. So obviously some aliens had to stay behind, and they found a big mass grave where they were all like basically huddled together to prepare for the end, which is natural and everything. But then the dust inside there, she dips her hand in it and she feels like love, and she's like in a warm place, like, oh my gosh, I feel so good, I feel loved and everything. So then they all turn off their thing and they all feel the love. And that's when Detmer decides to tell us that her dad was depressed, and that even though she was in another room, she could totally tell that he was in a dark place. And you're all like, Detmer, I don't care about your dad who's not here. We're never going to see him. And this is going to play. What's going on with this? Didn't she have a problem last season where she was all like, I don't know if I can fly anymore because I crashed the ship once? Like, get over yourself. I'm good at compartmentalizing stuff in boxes. Yeah. Why don't you put something else in your box and stop talking? Yeah, it was so stupid. Anyways, so then Tig Notaro is sitting there and Linus comes in. Like Linus, I wish they had more aliens on the show. Like there's a Ferengi in the background. I'm all like, why are the Ferengi not around anymore? And why aren't we seeing the Klingons? What happened to all these other alien races? And why aren't they on this show? Like, what's going on here? What's going on here? This show sucks. I'm gonna have to rewatch season 1 and season 2 because I liked those seasons, and now I'm questioning everything that I thought about this show. Anyway, so so the replicators aren't working because this guy screwed him up, and she's like, why aren't they working and everything? So she leaves to go do it. And while she leaves, he gets in there and he's gonna try to attach the little thingy so they can attach themselves to the ship. So then in the hallway, she gets a message from the president of Navarre, but it's really Book. And she's like, what? Why shouldn't I kill you right here? And he's all like, listen, we should work together. And he's like, this is why. We want to get the power source and we want to stop this alien race. You help us out. And she's all like, listen, I'll help you. But if Burnham gets stuff down there and we can communicate with them and everything's going to be cool, you have to back off. And he's like, you have my word. Which, let's be honest, it's going to go south, okay? Because Tarka is going to screw it up. That's how it's going to be. He screwed it up last time. This show was writers. They wash, rinse, repeat. And that's what's going to happen. Everything's going to be pretty good. Everything's going to be going fine. Everything's going to be cool. And then Tarka's going to hit the red button and boom. Okay, that's what's going to happen. So we just need to prepare ourselves for that. I'm spoiler alert. Okay, so then back on the thing, they realize that this dust is how they communicate somehow through the emotions of the dust and everything. And that's how they communicate. Oh, this is the part where they feel the love. Yeah. And she tells us about her dad. Sorry, I jumped the gun. Okay. So now that we figured that out, we can just move ahead. So then he attaches the thing, but then Tig comes in and she's like, it's almost like somebody screwed it up on purpose. And then she's like, who's here? And then she finds him and she's all like, didn't I ruin a surprise party and everything? And I'm all like, what? So then I don't remember what happens here, but they like collect some of the dust and then they head back up to the ship. So back on the ship, they're flying home and she's like, listen, I'm sorry that I let my emotions get in the way of the mission. And she's like, I don't want to ever hear you say that again. I'm all like, did her emotions get in the way of the mission? Because I don't think that the 2 minutes that she told us about daddy and her daddy issues and her dad's depression issues, whatever was going on there, I don't care. That their mission was just fine. Like, I think that there was a lot more that was a hindrance to the mission and everything. And so, and then she's like, live your truth. But she didn't say that, but she might as well have. So then back on the ship, he's like, we figured out that there are, I think they said like 17 different emotional responses in this dust, including the 2 that they found. But and they mentioned the Rosetta Stone. Real quick history lesson. The Rosetta Stone is this big stone and it's got Egyptian hieroglyphs. And I believe it's got Greek and then some other language. And they knew how to read the Greek because they couldn't figure out hieroglyphics from Egyptians. So they just took the 2 languages and the doctor mentions it, but and then they figured out how to read hieroglyphics. It's very cool and everything. The Rosetta Stone is very cool also. Just Google it. It's a very cool, it's a big rock. I believe it's in England right now. Don't quote me on that. It might not be there anymore. The last time I knew about it, I think it was in England, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, doesn't even matter. Anyways, so that really wasn't a history lesson because I obviously knew very little about it. Anyways, so the doctor's all like, well, but we need to 2 more languages. And the president's all like, hey, dude, we had a talk. And he's like, but you guys did very good. You guys did good. You guys did so good. Good for you. Let me just put your thing on the fridge. Let me just put it right here on the fridge so everybody can see your work. Good job, guys. And then the president of Navarre was like, Mr. Saru, would you, after your hard troubles. Would you like to take a stroll around the ship with me? And he's like, I would like that very much. And then she's like, and after your hard troubles, maybe I could take care of your hard troubles. Anyways, so stupid. You should just start doing it. They're about to be the only Navarians and Ceruleans ever. Kelpian, he's Kelpian. So then I don't remember what they talk about. I really don't care. So then he is all talking to the lady, and he's all like, you ready? And she's like, I'll be ready. So then back in the bar, Detmer is sitting by herself, or Detmer. I keep saying Detmer. It's Detmer. And Tall comes up, but so annoying. And Tall's all like, hey, you know, they got nachos down at the mess hall and everything. I don't remember what Tall says. I don't care. And I was just she's all like, oh no, Tall says, you know, I heard, you know, about the mission and it was pretty rough. And she's like, and then she's all like, yeah, it was a little rough and everything. And then Tall's like, would you like some company? And she's all like, I would love some company. And she's like, by the way, I flew well. And she's like, so this actor is not good. Okay. This actor, the actress that plays Detmer, she's good, at minimum decent, but she does a pretty good job. This actor is not good. I'm sorry. And I just want to say real quick, when she was when she was like feeling her emotions and everything, I almost thought that she was gonna come out of the closet and everything, because this show has a tendency to take the real life problems of the people on the show and put them into the show. Like this actor is non-binary in real life, and on the show, of course, this character has to be non-binary, because actors can't act anymore. They have to live their truth through their work and everything. So, and this actress recently came out in like a couple years ago. There was an article in Out magazine. I don't remember. They did a whole spread where all of the LGBT people on the show were all different covers or whatnot. But anyways, and she was one of them. And she said Discovery helped her come out of the closet kind of thing. And she came out as queer. And she's now engaged to one of the producers on the show. I don't remember her name. It doesn't even matter. But I honestly thought that she was going to be like, she's like feeling those emotions again. I just want to tell you guys that I want to go down on Michael Burnham. And I was all like, of course, if that happened, I'd be like, yes, I want to see it now and everything. But, you know, but whatever. Anyway, so back in her Burnham's quarters, she invites the doctor, Culver. We're almost there, guys. We're almost done. And she's all like, you know, she's like, you hung out in the nursery just a little bit too long. What's going on there? And I almost thought he was going to say, I want to have a baby and everything. But no, he was all like, I'm going through some stuff. And the doctor told me I should take some time and figure it all out, but I haven't. And then she's all like, well, we're all going through some stuff and everything. And I'm just like, how many times are we going to do? How many characters each episode are we going to do this with? How many times in each episode are we going to do this? And how many times am I not going to care? Okay. Like, stop it. Okay. This is no longer Star Trek. It's the days of our lives. Okay. And it's super obnoxious. It's getting to the point where it's just like I like literally want to just fast forward. Like I'm all like with the remote, just like, please let me just fast forward. But I can't, because I have to figure. So then there's book ship attached to it, like the Millennium Falcon, because, you know, original. And he zaps back to the ship, and then he's all like, hey, yeah, we're ready to go. And then he hears, and he looks over, and there's Tig Notaro, and she's all like, bet you didn't expect to come back to a hostage situation or a prisoner situation. And he's all like, just looking at him like, what did you do? Oh, hold on. What did you do? And then it's like, dun, dun, dun. And then that's where the episode ends. And like we've learned nothing about NC-17, the race, except for the fact they talk through dust. Great. We got 2 episodes left. And I mean, I don't care. This season sucks. Like it literally I I'll go through some of it during my season 4 review, but I'll tell you right now, it's just bad. It's just bad. I don't even know what else to say, you guys. It's like I said, it's about people and their feelings and getting over their hurt feelings and their trauma. And I'm so done with it. I don't care about Detmer's problems from 2000 years ago because it's over. New world, fix it. You fix your shit. Okay. You had your problems in season 3. Now you got problems this season. What's her face is, they've all got crap that I'm just like, what is going on here? You guys, it's obnoxious. It's obnoxious, and I can't stand it. I've had enough of this show. I've really had enough. But anyways, okay. Well, those are my thoughts, you guys. Listen, tell me what you guys think about this episode. Did you like this episode? Did you not like this episode? If you liked this episode, please explain. And don't be like, they were living their truth. I don't want to hear that nonsense. I want to know so I can like it too. That is my goal. My goal is I used to like this show. I don't know what happened. I really don't. All right. Anyways, all right. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next Star Trek Discovery breakdown and review. You guys have a good week. Bye.